Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best gaming TV for PS5.
Starting at number 5.
HiSense 65-inch. If you want the Sony X93L/X93CL or LG B3 OLED but are tight on money, you can safely step down to the best lower mid-range TV for PS5 that we've tested, the Hisense U7K. It's dimmer than the Sony, with worse contrast, but it has a very similar feature set. Plus, it's easily still bright enough for a very good HDR experience, and its contrast is excellent overall, so it looks great when gaming in a dark room. It has fantastic reflection handling, so it handles very bright rooms well. It has a good local dimming solution to emphasize highlights and further improve the TV's contrast. It's also a very colorful TV, so it's pleasant to watch in any context. Unfortunately, its viewing angle is narrow, so it's best viewed directly in front. Thankfully, its response time is excellent, making it an enticing option for gamers hoping to save money on a great TV. It has superbly low input lag and offers an extremely responsive gaming experience. And just like the higher-end Sony X93L and LG B3, it has two HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports, but here, each port is capable of up to 4K at 144 Hz, alongside full VRR and auto low latency mode (ALLM) support. Furthermore, it has full 120 Hz Dolby Vision support, a great feature for a lower mid-range model. If you love this TV but would like it to be even brighter, consider the Hisense U8K, which is basically just a much brighter U7K.
Coming at number 4.
LG B3 series. The LG B3 OLED is the best 4K TV for PS5 in the mid-range category that we've tested. It's a truly splendid TV, with only a few drawbacks compared to the more expensive models. The TV has all the features of the more expensive LG C3 OLED, although the B3 is certainly dimmer. It still delivers outstanding picture quality, especially in a dark room, with its near-infinite contrast ratio delivering deep, inky blacks with no distracting blooming. Just make sure to dim the lights when gaming on this TV, as it's not bright enough in HDR to offer a truly immersive gaming experience in bright rooms. This TV is available in a narrower range of sizes compared to the more expensive LG C3. The B3 comes in 55, 65, and 77 inches. However, it's still great for gaming, with its two HDMI 2.1 ports offering up to 4K at 120 Hz support, including Dolby Vision gaming at 120 Hz. If you have multiple HDMI 2.1 devices, you'll have to navigate around having only two HDMI 2.1 ports, but thankfully, HDMI 2.1 switches are now pretty cheap. It is compatible with every VRR technology, has a fantastic response time, and has an extremely low input lag in game mode. And like other OLEDs, its viewing angle is truly fantastic, making it a great TV for large gaming parties. Overall, this TV is a great entry point into the OLED market. The LG B4 OLED is now available to buy and includes some upgrades for gaming. This includes an increase in the number of HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports to 4 and a new smaller 48-inch model, which in the past was only available in LG's C-series lineup.
At number 3.
LG C3 Series 42. If you want an OLED that is not only a great gaming TV for the PS5 but can also be an excellent home theater TV, consider the upper mid-range LG C3 OLED. It's a premium TV that delivers stunning picture quality. Thanks to its near-infinite contrast ratio, there's no blooming around bright objects, and it has dark, inky blacks. It truly looks fantastic in dark rooms when gaming. That said, while it gets bright enough to fight glare even in moderately lit rooms and has incredible reflection handling, it doesn't use quantum dot technology. This means that colors aren't as bright as on the Samsung S90C OLED. The LG partly makes up for it by being more versatile, as it has better image processing, Dolby Vision HDR support and can pass through advanced DTS audio formats. It also supports full 120 Hz Dolby Vision, which is great to have even though Dolby Vision support is still rare on the PS5. Of course, it still delivers incredible gaming performance with a nearly instantaneous response time, resulting in crystal clear motion with no distracting blur behind fast-moving objects. It's also packed with gaming features, including full HDMI 2.1 bandwidth support on all 4 inputs, meaning you can take full advantage of your PS5 while having a bunch of other HDMI 2.1 devices connected. If you love this TV but would like it to be a bit more vibrant, consider the more expensive LG G3 OLED. The G3 is one of the brightest OLEDs on the market and is certainly brighter than the C3, but the price difference isn't worth it for most people. The LG C4 OLED is now available. It can do up to 4K at 144 Hz, has a new processor, and is supposed to be brighter than its predecessor.
Number 2 of my list.
Sony 65-inch. The Sony X93L/X93CL is the best TV for PlayStation 5 we've tested if you prefer to game in a bright room. It features a mini LED backlight, which allows it to get extremely bright, and, combined with its decent local dimming feature, HDR content stands out incredibly well. It looks amazing in a dark room, although not as much as the Samsung S90C OLED, as there's more noticeable blooming around bright objects, and blacks aren't as deep. However, it's still an excellent TV with a great selection of features, so there's something for everyone. It has a 120 Hz panel with HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on 2 of its HDMI ports, meaning you can play 4K games up to 120 frames per second on the PS5. It has HDMI 4 VRR support, which works well with the console. Games feel quick and responsive thanks to the fast response time, extremely low input lag, and excellent motion handling. As a Sony TV, it's part of Sony's perfect for PS5 lineup, which includes a few Sony exclusive features designed for PS5 gamers, like Auto HDR tone mapping, which automatically optimizes the HDR settings for your TV. The Sony X95L is a step up from this TV and is the best LED TV we've ever tested, but it's only available in an 85-inch size in North America. You can get the X95L in 65 and 75-inch sizes in other regions, but its price premium over the X93L isn't worth it for most people.
And number 1.
Samsung 65-inch. The best TV for PS5 that we've tested is the Samsung S90C OLED. It's a fantastic TV that delivers an incredible gaming experience. Fast-paced action games look outstanding thanks to the nearly instantaneous response time, so there's almost no noticeable blur or ghosting behind fast-moving objects. Its input lag is extremely low, which makes for extremely responsive gaming. It's bright and colorful in HDR and SDR, so your games look great, especially in a dark room. Due to its HDMI 2.1 bandwidth ports, the TV can take full advantage of everything the PS5 offers, including 4K at 120 Hz gaming in games that support it. And if you're also a PC gamer, the Samsung can reach 4K at 144 Hz on all its HDMI ports. If you'd like an OLED TV that is part of Sony's perfect for PS5 lineup, which includes a few Sony exclusive features designed for PS5 gamers, look up the more expensive Sony A95L OLED. It has Auto HDR tone mapping, which automatically optimizes the HDR settings for your TV, ensuring you get the best HDR experience possible without manually adjusting the settings. However, it has worse input lag than the Samsung model, so gaming isn't as responsive, and the TV is much more expensive. You could also opt for the higher-end Samsung S95C OLED, which is brighter than the S90C, but its price premium is not worth it for most people. The Samsung S90D/S90DD OLED is now available to purchase. It includes a new gaming feature called Auto AI Mode, which is supposed to automatically adjust the picture settings depending on the game genre. Samsung has also added a 42-inch and 48-inch model to the lineup, which is great for gamers. Unfortunately, Samsung has decided to release the same-sized models with both OLED and QD-OLED panels, which is confusing since there isn't an easy way to determine what type of panel you're getting.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.